Hi class, let's take a look at example 2. Now, at the moment we're working with separable equations, so what I'm going to do is basically just add the y squared dx, so plus y squared dx, and then that's going to give us the following equation. So x dy it's equal to y squared dx. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dividing by x's. This way we'll have the x's on its side. So that's going to give us, well, the y is equal to y squared dx over x. And then just to get the y on the proper place, we're dividing by y squared. So this is going to give us a dy over y squared. This is equal to dx over x. And let me just rewrite it as a y squared. And at this point, we're going to be integrating both sides of the equation. On the right hand side, we're just going to get the ln of y plus c, and then y, well, to the negative 1 over negative 1, or negative 1 over y is equal to the ln, it's actually x, so ln of x plus the values of c. And what I'm going to do is, let me solve it completely for the y's. So multiply times y and times y. And this is giving us, so negative 1 is equal to the ln of the absolute value of x plus c times the values of y. And then we're dividing by the ln of x plus c. So dividing by the ln of x plus c, which is going to give us a final solution where our values of y is equal to, and I'm just looking at negative 1 over the ln of x plus c. And this is our final solution. We do have to put a disclaimer. Let's see. No, the denominator is never 0 because of the ln of x having the absolute value. So this portion can never be 0, but it is likely that your actual c could be a negative, where those two could cancel. So just to be safe on all of these, you could just say that the ln of x plus c cannot equal to 0. That would be your disclaimer, since our main answer technically has a fraction. You may look at some of these on the back of the book where they just left it like this. Technically, if you can solve for the y's, then you should take that extra step.